This is day 17, lecture 14. We're going to be talking about continuity and discontinuity of a function and the different types of discontinuity that we have. We're also going to be learning to do some basic derivatives and what they can tell us about a graph. Let's start with these graphs below. Now, these are types of continuous functions. If you were to graph this graph, and you took your pen and you went along that graph, notice that I can go along the entire graph and never have to lift my pen. Because I never have to lift up my pen, we can say that that's a continuous function. In other words, it's defined for every value in that interval. Again, with this one, the graph of the absolute value of x. If I was to graph that, I could go all across that graph without lifting my pen, and therefore we can say that it's a continuous function. It's defined for every value in that interval. Now, some discontinuous functions. For this graph, if I was to graph it, I'd graph it along here, and then I'd have to lift up my pen and come up over here. Notice that I had to lift up my pen. For that reason, it's discontinuous. Now, notice that on this part of the graph, it went to infinity, and on the other side, at that breakpoint, it went to positive infinity. For this reason, we can call that an infinite discontinuity. Now, this is not the only type. You could also have going to positive infinity on that side and positive infinity on that side, or going to negative infinity on both sides, or going to positive infinity from this side and negative infinity on that side. All of those would be considered infinite discontinuities. Now, this next type, I'm going along, and I have to jump up, and so on. This one, again, I could not draw it completely without lifting up my pen, so it's called a discontinuous function. Now, those look like little steps, so you'll see some people referring to that as a step discontinuity. Other people will call it a jump discontinuity. Either one of those is acceptable to explain it. Now, this next one's a little trickier, because sometimes when you look at this kind of a graph on your grapher, you won't be able to see that little point there where it's not defined. For this one, you're going along, and if you kept on going, you're going to fall into a hole. So we have to jump over to the other side of it and keep on going. I had to lift up my pen there, so it was a discontinuous function. And because we have just that one little point there where it's not defined, we call this one a removable or a point discontinuity. And I'll show you how to do that removing when we get there. Let's take a look at these graphs below. We're going to look at this first one from 0 to 2. And I could see that I could draw that graph without lifting up my pen. So I call that continuous. I'm just going to use CONT from now on. If I went instead from 0 to 0.5, you can also see that that graph could be drawn without lifting up my pen. So it's a continuous function. This next one, if I was to try to graph that, notice that when I got along to this part, I'd have to lift my pen and come over and draw this part. For that reason, it's discontinuous. Now, from 0 to 0.5, notice I could draw it in that section without lifting my pen. So that part is continuous. Now this next graph, notice that from 1 to 3, it's discontinuous. There's that point where the graph doesn't meet. From 0.5 to 1.5, the graph is continuous. Now from 3 to 5, the graph is continuous. And from 4 to 5, it's also continuous. It's only discontinuous when there's a hole or a blank space in that graph. I am going to stop the pre-class video here, and we'll do the rest of the packet in class.